Hello, it's David. Slightly more up to date than some of my usual videos today because I'm looking at my wife's Macbook Air. This is an early 2015 version, so it's not the latest and greatest, but it's probably getting to that point now that the battery has gone. The symptoms are it runs absolutely fine when it's on the power adapter, but the percentage drops sort of like from 100 to 95 and then it just goes off. So the most likely explanation that is serviceable, I see, look, we'll get a little bit of life out of it. It starts to boot up and it just won't last very long at all. So there's some power in there, but I'm suspecting that the battery simply can't deliver the current to maintain it and it goes into protection, shuts down. Aha, here we go, we booted up. Now the battery is the most obvious thing it could be. It could also be the main logic board, but I'm not really going to change that. So I've gambled a little bit and I've ordered a battery, and I've decided to get one from iFixit because I figured that this would be a quite decent brand, hopefully reliable. So here we go, this is what I've received, shipped from Germany, from Stuttgart I think it was. And it's nicely packaged. Some of this recyclable packing material. Let's take that out without making too much of a mess. The laptop is actually running at the moment. Actually, it's showing about 60%. I don't have the percentage turned on there, so that's what, 55–60%. And it is actually showing signs of life at the minute, but I don't know how long that's going to last. I was actually planning to have the battery in a fully discharged state, which is why I was trying to turn it on. And well, we'll see how we get on anyway. Don't really want to electrocute myself. So here's our replacement. iFixit Macbook Air 13-inch 2010 to 2017 replacement battery. So it sounds like it services quite a lot of these MacBook Airs. We've got 7.6 volts, so that's good news. Hopefully I shan't electrocute myself. 55 watt hours. And well, this is what it looks like. Okay, that's a plastic cover there. Plastic base. And I'm led to believe that this cellophane film on the battery itself should be left in place as a protection. So we've got iFixit replacement battery compatible with, and we've got 3 models there. I think mine's the A1496. It's nice and slimline. That's the battery connector. It's amazing how much power they can draw through a tiny little thing like that when you compare it to the STs and Amigas I'm used to dealing with. Some instructions: charge it up, flatten it, charge it up again. It says okay. So I'm going to be following the instructions on iFixit.com, and well, let's see how we get on and how long this is going to take us. Okay, so I let that run for a few minutes until it just shut down with no warning. So I'm going to use this Kaiweets set here to disassemble the MacBook Air. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws of one particular size and 2 of a different size. So I'll use my magnetic mat here to keep them separate. Let's just get some wires out of the way. Okay, so I'm supposed to use a P5 pentalobe driver. Right, is this the pentalobe up here? I think this is the pentalobe. So that says, I don't know. Not sure what the different sizes are here. It's got a lovely selection, I'll give it that. Right, this says 2mm. So I don't know what the 5 part of the P5 is. Let's have a look. Nope. Much smaller than that. These, I think, are the pentalobe. Maybe these. That's pentalobe. Right, so 1.2. Let's try the 1.2. There we go, that seems about right. And these two here are the different ones.
Now, whilst I'm doing that, I'll just take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video, PCBWay. PCBWay can provide you with excellent quality boards with a very fast turnaround, but that's not the only string to their bow. They also offer CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, 3D printing, and injection moulding. So if you're looking to get your circuit boards manufactured, or indeed other projects off the ground, why not have a look at their website? You'll find it linked in the description section of this video.
Okay, these I think are the same head, but they're different size screws. Yeah. So these two will keep to one side for later on. Oh yes, look, they're a lot longer and thinner. I can see some thread lock on there, which I've managed to overcome. Not thinner, but longer. Okay. So we now prise the back. There we go. Let it pop. Okay, and I can see some what's the word? Conductive foam there. And here is our battery pack. So the battery connector is over here. To remove the connector, we grab this tab and we pull towards us. I'm going to use my pliers. Okay. Right. Right, so well, we depart from the instruction manual. Let me see what I can do. I think we may have to jimmy it. It's not what I wanted. Or maybe I can still get the pliers in there. Right, so I'm going to try this incredibly gently. There we go, okay. So much for the tab. There we go, got some clearance and it should pop out. There we are. Okay, lovely. So now I have another set of 5 screws. These 3 here are of one particular size. Are they going to be the same head? No, that seems to be spinning. So this is a T5. Okay, so T5 Torx this time. Okay, those are the 3 6.9mm ones, and then these are much shorter down here. I think these are only 3mm. Yeah, these are little 3mm screws, tiny little things, these ones. Guaranteed to disappear under my desk at some point. Okay. Now, we apparently lift from the edge at the top here. Can't get a fingernail underneath it. Maybe this edge. Ah, there we go. And out she comes. So, that's the original. Lion polymer 7.6, 54.4 watt hours. So we are replacing pretty much like for like. And here comes the new one. And we'll try and effectively reverse the process that we've just done there. So we sit it into place. It does have an intact tab on it, connector tab. Okay, so now we'll try and reverse the process of earlier on. So I'm going to try and bend it into kind of an S shape to start with, so that I can get a relatively flat alignment. At least I hope I can. There we go. And a bit of pressure side to side. That looks pretty good. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that. So, 2 screws in place for now. Let's give it a go. Okay, so I have absolutely no idea how well charged this is, so we may get nothing out of this, but let's give it a try. Silence. Oh, no. Whoa, so we must have some power. Okay, that's great. Okay, so this is interesting. We're showing around, I'd say probably about 45% battery. 44%, there we go. So we're only actually a few percent down on what we were previously. There we go, last charged at 56%. Well, obviously that was the old battery. So we're on 56 at 44. That's not too terrible at all. What does it say now about our system information here? When I go to battery, is it under power? Yeah, there we go. Battery information, there we go. It's an iFixit battery. It's recognised that. Full state 7128 mAh, state of charge 44%. Cycle count 2. That's cheeky. That's 2 more than it ought to be. No, I think that's absolutely fair enough. Excellent. Right, so I think we'll shut down. We'll get the screws in. And we'll call that a job done. So that's the iFixit Macbook Air replacement battery for the, I think it was 2010 to 2017 range, it said. This is what it's replacing. I'm going to go through the calibration cycle it recommends. We'll charge that up, we'll discharge it, and I'll let you know how the results go. I'll put a link in down below to both the instructions that I followed for the opening of the shell and the replacing of the battery, and the link to the battery that I bought. I should say that I did buy that battery. It's not sponsored. There are plenty of cheaper versions on eBay and Amazon, but I've heard of iFixit. I like their work. I'd like to support them, and I think it's worth probably the extra 20 or 30 pounds that you'd pay for that. Or at least I'm happy to pay that. So very different video today, much shorter, much more modern. We'll get back to proper electronics as soon as I get time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.